Hello YouTube, Jared here, and today I wanted to talk about Path of Exile, namely just Act 1, and have a little discussion and reaction with you, and also in general like the pros and cons of Path of Exile 2. And yesterday was Sunday for me, so I just finished Act 1 and I did a little bit of Act 2. But in general, the thing, I just wanted to ask you guys, what was your favorite part? What was the thing you disliked the most? You could leave that in the comments if you want. And yeah, also liking and subscribe would help me build my channel as well. And I also wanted to know, like, how did you feel about the story? So I'm gonna go first. My favorite part of the Act 1 was when it's really hard to narrow it down to just the story, but I would say if we just go through here and talk about the story first, in general, we're a hero and the lands have been corrupted and tainted and things have been mutated, or it's like a virus spreading in the land, right? The quest givers, Renly, Una, and Finn, you're like helping these people, and the hooded one. Not too many characters in Act 1. They kind of are like task givers, or hey, go kill this guy. Hey, he's bad, go get him. It's very plain and simple English. So my favorite part was it was kind of easy to understand. But the thing I didn't really like was maybe it was a little bit too, like the story was a little bit too vague, like a little bit too, like, there was not that many details behind. But I'm sure there's some like more lore things that we can learn. Like, I want to know like how these people became corrupted, like what happened exactly. But it doesn't really. The story just kind of just says, oh, they're just this way. I haven't found anything in the game that tells me how these people got that way. The bosses. Speaking of the bosses, the first one is the bloated miller. You have to kill that guy. I'm just gonna react to him. I thought when I first fought him, I actually died a few times. I was like, oh, okay, that's like a. Now the second boss, there's an optional one, the bramble ghast. That was fun. The rust king was fun. I feel like those are about the same difficulty. And then we got to the rotten druid. I thought that one was a little bit scarier for me. I was like, yeah. And then the draven. I would say that these next bosses, the Asinia, Praetor, Consort, I felt like she was the hardest one for this area. Not this whole Act 1. I would say that, in my opinion, the hardest boss in Act 1 was the last one. The Count... Oh, I'm going to butcher his name. Gaonor? I heard somebody say Gaonor. I think he was the hardest one for me personally. But it was also really satisfying. Executioner was not that bad. Yeah, but Asinia at the time of the Draven Eternal Praetor, I felt like he was easier, but Asinia to me was harder. Lackland, the Endless, he was the easy one. As far as toning any of these bosses, I feel like Asinia, I'm spamming dodge roll the whole time, and I'm like, I made these guides for these bosses, by the way, some of them. Yeah, there isn't the, where is the cowbell thing? The cowbell, what am I talking about? There's another optional boss somewhere. Yeah, I would say that Asinia, maybe they could tone her, because I felt honestly like I was spamming dodge roll because of the AoE that she does. And there's hardly any window of just like doing DPS to her. She's basically spamming the whole time, and I'm like, can I even attack? But you can. It's fun though. I love this. So I guess The favorite part of the story of Act 1 was for me just like that satisfaction of killing the boss. Does that count as a story? I would say that the helping them, getting Renly's tools back, um, and going to this village, and like the maps are gorgeous. It's really big, but story wise, I'm trying to narrow it down to just like the story, what I can remember. Um, it's kind of a sad story. Like this guy's family died. Lachlan, the loss, and then he becomes like angry at the end. Then you like have to kill him too. But it's fine. Um, yeah. These factions, the Ezomite and the Eternal. Yeah, but I did like how the hooded one finished off the Mad Wolf of Ogham, the Count Genor. That was kind of cool. He was like, just end this corruption. He even said he was corrupted. Please end it. So you know that he was originally good, and then he turned and corrupted. It's just like I want to know more details about how they become corrupted. It's just they just were corrupted. You know what I mean? If you guys know how they became corrupted, just please let me know. And it seems like Draven and Asini are in like a relationship. They like love each other. Anyway. But other than that, guys, I think we're done talking about that. Now we'll just move on to talking about in general. What are the good things and bad things? I'm still keeping this to Act 2, but we're just talking about in general. One thing I didn't like was fighting. There's a boss, and he's up in this forest. It's the midst, the king in the midst. I don't know why it's not here. These are like the main bosses. But the king in the midst boss fight, the like the area is kind of graphics wise, it's a graphical. It looks it has a lot of graphical graphics are not that good. Not that it's the graphics are bad. It's just the way it's representative in the midst. It's really hard for my system to see the midst. It just didn't look good. It didn't look that good. Okay, it wasn't pleasing to my eyes. Okay, it was not pleasing graphic wise. Now I will say I love PoE graphics. I love the game. I hate to put a con, guys. Listen, I hate to put a con. All right. You know me. I love the game. I'm doing guides. I'm gonna do some more tonight. I can't wait to get back in. Log in. So I want to get these cons out of the way first. Another con that I have is the dodge seems overused. Like, can we get like maybe a parry option or something? I would love. I mean, it seems to me that Path of Exile has gone into the Souls-like genre, right? And if we Souls-like games, you can parry and you can dodge. So if they're gonna do dodge, why can't you do parry? If you're gonna go, don't go halfway, GGG. If you're gonna go all Souls-like and you're gonna do this parry dodge thing, this dodge thing, give us the parry too. I think you guys already know a game that is similar to this. It's called No Rest for the Wicked. It is very similar to it's not similar to Path of Exile, but they have a parry mechanic. I would love to see a skill gem. I could be totally wrong about this. There is a parry mechanic. So guys, please correct me if I'm wrong. If there was some kind of skill gem where, you know, I know that it would probably take so much work for them to do that, to add it. They would have to redesign the bosses and stuff. But I'm not saying for every single fight you're able to parry. I'm just saying, like, maybe have a boss fight where you have to, because it's like, make it a mechanic. Like a boss mechanic only. Like, for example, Asinia, she puts you in this circle, right? And you have to, like, break the wall so you can get out before she kills you. Have something like, there's like this special sword that you have to take, and it can only counter the thing, and then, like, you have that sword and it will counter the other thing. So, like, get the sword, and then, like, he does the right timing, he presses the parry. That would be sick. All right, maybe I'm just losing it, but I know that having a parry in this is very difficult to add, but I'm just saying there has to be some way to get a parry in there, you know? Or, like, you know, an auto effect. Like, some games will just show up, boom, like, it's instead of block, it could say just parry, like a block parry. Like, it just comes up a text, block is interchanged with it like a parry. It says, oh, parried, so you didn't take any damage. So maybe, and you don't need a shield because you can parry with the sword. So maybe they're going to add this when they add swords. I don't know if GGG is listening, but, you know, maybe. But technically, you can parry with a mace or a hammer or anything, like even a knife. Now, can you parry with a bow? I don't think you can. But, I mean, it would be cool if you could parry with any weapon, right? But really, crossbows and bows are kind of out of the picture. A staff, well, I don't think you could. I think you could, and a quarterstaff you can. Anyway, guys, I'm just trying to make up the video. In general, the good things about the game is it's addicting. To me, it's like a drug, you know. I want to log in right now. I want to go play more. It's very fun. It's very fun. I'm sorry, guys. That's my washing machine making that noise. Another thing that I liked, of course, is the graphics are good. Oh my god. Graphics are amazing. And I'm gonna say I like the graphics better than Diablo because you can adjust it. Adjusting is so nice. In Diablo, you cannot fine-tune the graphics in Diablo 4 as much as you can in Path of Exile. I was actually astonished at how far they went with a shadow, even on console. It's really nice. And you can pick the different kind of modes for the upscaling or turn it off. Really cool, I love it. And guys, this is a huge win for console on play. The controls are customizable in a very good way. I don't know if you guys knew, but I made Path of Exile 1 complaints about it. And yeah, this beats Diablo because you can have another whole bar of skills, 2 bars of skills, which is amazing. Now, the only thing I don't like is they make you switch between skills with L2 as a modifier skill to switch between them. I would still say Throne and Liberty is the superior one because you can actually choose between what is your modifier skill. So I would say let us here, for for PS5 wise, let us choose the L2 button to change skill bars. Now, am I growing to learn to L2? Yeah, that's fine, but you know, there are weird people out there and they don't want to press L2 to change their skill. They want to choose what it is. I'm not that angry. I'm not mad at it. It's way better than PoE1. So I'm very, very, very happy. And I can't complain because Diablo has one skill bar and I'm complaining about swapping to another one? No, I'm not going to complain. At least I can choose exactly what I want on the skill bar. And yeah, that's great. I love that you can aim. There's only a few things about aiming on the controller, like with the bow. Sometimes my character just automatically shoots a random one I don't want him to, and it's kind of hard to like make him aim. But that's just a part of it. It's totally fine. Yeah. Sometimes the social areas is very laggy. I drop frames. Now that's not that's not it's not Path of PoE2's fault, but why did they make the social areas so complex? Why so graphical? I mean, here I am saying dumb down the game a little bit, but I'm just saying like, I don't know. At one point I was shaking my character, like I'm like, and I immediately when I leave the character I get 60 frames, but when I go into there, it can go down to like 30, 40, and I'm like, what's going on in here? So many people are wearing so many cool outfits and all these animations, and it's like, if the social area wasn't so graphically enhanced, like insane, like adding little particles floating around. Even there's a social area in Act 2 where the whole social area is moving. It's like, it's not something that's a bad thing. It's just something that is annoying that I know I'm going to be going to a social area, so I'm going to get dropped frames. I'm going to see performance issues. So I have to give it to D4 on this one. When I'm in a social area on D4, I never feel like I'm going to lose performance. So I don't know how they can maybe fix this a little bit. I know people are going to say just turn down your settings in the social area. Maybe I need to just do that every time, but it's going to be annoying. Turn it on, turn the setting down, turn the setting back up, turn the setting down, turn the setting back up. You know, and then I can't blame it because they're limited to the PS5 hardware, so maybe they need to do an update. I don't know. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm using PS5. Everybody's gonna say, "Yeah, you're a loser. Who cares?" Just stop. Be nice to me. I don't want to get carpal tunnel like Crip. I was just kidding. I don't want to joke around by him, but he needs to use a controller. Sometimes, guys, the controllers can be healthier because, you know, M&K can strain on your veins and your fingers a lot. So be careful. This is also a health awareness video. I hope you guys' fingers and your hands are doing okay health-wise. Anyway, so we're back to this. I think I'm gonna end it here. Another pro I would say about the game is, in general, is it is oh yeah, there's one bad thing is hard is trying out new builds is expensive. When you're respecting, like, I know that it needs to be punishing, but you know, we're in a beta right now, and I gotta go kill like 1,000,000 mobs to go farm like 4,000 gold so I can respec to try out something, only to find out I hate that thing, So I got to put it back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be like like Debbie Downer. Like, I'm trying to just say in general, I can't easily try out new skills, which is okay. It makes it exciting. You have to earn to get the skill. I understand that. But I'm actually in a huge dilemma with my monk. I was originally starting intelligence, and then I'm going to dexterity because I love the poison arrow. And now I'm going to the shield and sword because I can't kill any AoE things because I didn't invest enough intellect. Because I need more health for the. So I'm like having all these like build problems with myself. But at the same time, I really like the skill tree is very customizable. It is still a little overwhelming, the skill tree, but it is a lot better. Um, I just hope that, you know, new players won't get overwhelmed by the skill tree because it can be a little bit intimidating when you're like, oh my god, where am I going to go? But I really like the build variety in the game. And it's like the player we control, we can make whatever we want. I can make a monk that is going to become a witch. You can literally yoink other classes' skills. I love that. I yoinked a bunch of warrior skills, and I'm like, hey, I want a shield bash. Hey, I want to do molten something. I'm doing that right now. I think it's really cool, and I'm excited about it. But I'm like, am I going to get... I have this feeling, am I going to be in trouble for doing this, or do I need to go back to what I'm supposed to be doing? I'm supposed to be doing intelligence, right? But anyway, I hope that they didn't build the game like there's like a supposed to do way and then like your way and you're going to get punished if you do it your way. I hope that it really genuinely you can actually do anything you want and still be like okay. But I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. But anyway, guys, poe2 is a complicated game, yet it is so simplistic and plain. I love it. And I love the Souls-like. Yeah, it's very cool. The bosses are cool and fun. It's. I heard some people say that it's too easy and it's challenging. I don't know what those people are thinking, but I'm having these boss fights are way better than Diablo's boss fights. I'm just saying, like. So as far as isometric ARPGs, I'm very satisfied with these boss fights, and I will let you guys go. If there's any problems that you have in the cons, I'm sure GGG, they listen to the community, and please give your feedback. And yeah, I think that the launch was a little slightly rough, but I think it was a good challenge for them to overcome, and they're growing as a company, and yeah, I'm really satisfied. Anyway, guys, I'm going to peace it out here. Hopefully you have a wonderful day, and please let me know your thoughts in the comments.